Hey everybody, it's Shelly Hoffman, and today I have the honor of MaryAnne Williams. And for those of you that may not know MaryAnne's face, she is the director of the Greater Baldwinsville Chamber of Commerce. Her and I have talked before. She pretty much is a key element of this village and what goes on for businesses like mine. So thank you, MaryAnne, for taking the time to be here today.
Oh, my pleasure, and thank you for having me.
I know you guys have a lot coming up this weekend in particular, so just want to give you an opportunity, and we're going to do this hopefully repetitively to tell us what's going on, what you guys are up to.
Well, thanks. After so many months of not doing anything, I mean, our event calendar was just completely empty. It is so exciting to look down and go, oh, look, events. The first one is put on by us, the chamber, the GBCC Trick or Treating. That is this Saturday from noon to 3. And businesses and organizations are participating. There's no cost for them to participate. They don't have to be chamber members, although we'd like them to be chamber members. And so far we got 20 that have signed up.
Nice.
You will look for this graphic. Isn't that cool? That was designed for us by one of our members a couple of years ago, Scott with In-House Graphics. Okay. And so look for the graphic in the front door or window of a business, or go to our website, baldwinsvillechamber.com. We have them listed. And also on our Facebook event for, and I think it says GBCC Trick or Treating. We will list all the businesses. This is intended for children 12 and younger, accompanied by an adult. Okay. Businesses may have certain things in place. Like, for instance, Board President Matt Hunt with Heritage Insurance will be with me over at Fashion Rescue 911. We will be outside of the business to hand out candy for them. So just keep in mind, some businesses may not want everyone coming in. Certainly masks are appropriate. I mean, it's Halloween, wear a mask. And if any group out there, business, organization, would love to see the police or the village or anyone else participate, you just got to send us an email and say, hey, we're in, and we'll add you to all the events, all the listings. But it will be fun after seeing the kids paint the windows in the village to see them out in their costumes going around.
I'd like to add there, MaryAnne, because you didn't mention it yourself, that you did send guidelines out for the businesses.
Yes.
So that it's safe trick or treating. We are to wear gloves, we are to wear the masks. Mm-hmm. So I just want to make sure you get credit and that people know if they're hesitant to come, that we are trying to meet those guidelines and doing our best to keep the kids safe.
Oh, absolutely. That very same day, I mean, this is a great treat day. Community Wesleyan Church is having their trunk or treat as a drive-through event. I have seen photos from past events. Let's just say they have some very creative members. Their drive-through is from 2 to 4 p.m. And 2 of our members are working together for a wonderful fundraiser, and that's Baldwinsville Rotary and WT Brews. They're doing a drive-through pints for polio at the WT Brews tap room. That's at 18 East Genesee Street. It's the building where there's a Dollar Tree, martial arts, and AT&T in the front. WT Brews is in the back. That is from noon to 4 on Saturday. There will be a special themed brew available, and Rotary is cooking, I think it's cinnamon waffles or something like that. It sounds delicious.
Yep, they're waffles.
So there you go. You can get your candy and get your waffles and your beer.
Well, and for people that didn't know, last year it was the Rotary and the WT did it together, and Rotarians were guest bartenders. So it's just another example of the community being creative on how to keep something that may not have been able to happen, make it happen. So kudos to both of those organizations.
Absolutely. And I think we're kind of finding our stride now of how we do things differently, but safely, but we can do things. And I'm just always in awe of the ingenuity of people, businesses, of organizations saying, all right, this is what we have. This is what we're going to do. And we're making it work. And speaking of organizations making it work, in November 7th, Baldwinsville Meals on Wheels will be having a drive-through roast pork dinner. Meals on Wheels is a fabulous organization and do such great work. So that's being, I think I have that on Facebook. We have it on our event calendar on our website. That is Saturday, November 7th, starting at 4 p.m. And remember, food that is purchased as part of a fundraiser has less calories than normal food.
Is that true? I need to do a lot more supporting than MaryAnne.
That's what I choose to believe. So there you go.
That goes for the waffles, I guess, right? For the WT
Exactly.
breather.
Absolutely. Oh, goodness. But in all seriousness, we have to continue to support these organizations and our local businesses. I put together a list last week of suggestions reminding people that if we want businesses to be around, we got to support them right now. And I know a lot of it seems like common sense, but you know, you get things like abide by the guidelines. You don't want to put a business out of business because you didn't feel like wearing a mask or something like that. I mean, that's just not fair. They did not ask for this. They're doing their best to comply. So let's make it as easy as possible for them. I have a friend that works at Tops, and the horror stories of how they're treated by customers who are just mad about everything. They're mad about wearing a mask. They're mad that the shelves aren't as full as they would like them to be. And they take it out on the employees. And that's not right. My office is at Four Corners, and wow, the level of discord that I can hear in my office, the horn honking, the yelling, we've all just got to take it down a notch and take the time to be kind, take the time to be patient. Another thing that I've heard people complaining about is, well, it costs more now. Well, if you go to the grocery store, you see that you're paying more for certain items.
Yes.
It's just how it is right now. So businesses have to adjust their pricing so they can still make a profit. Not only are things harder, more expensive, but some things they just can't get. So like I said, just take a deep breath, everyone. Let's be a little bit more kind and a little bit more understanding, and that's how we will get through this. So if you want to see that list, I have it pinned to the top of the Greater Baldwinsville Chamber of Commerce Facebook page, and just take a look at it and maybe think about what you can do to help local businesses and organizations. If nothing else, like and share the social media posts. I mean, that is a great way to get attention to a local entity. Chamber, we don't have as much going on simply because we have chosen not to renew in-person coffee hours and luncheons. We just feel at this point it's best to continue to not do those things in person. We do have virtual coffee talk every 2 weeks on Wednesday mornings at 10:30. You've been the host before. We ask a member to host, which just means they talk about their business, or they may tour us around or tell us about their organization. And it's just a nice way to connect for a few minutes and maybe learn something about another member you didn't know. And we talk about what's going on in the village. So those are always listed on our website and Facebook page. And there are Zoom meetings. Anyone is welcome to attend.
You know, I thought about that, MaryAnne, after I hosted the last time, is the luncheons used to be the opportunity to showcase our business. You'd invite, somebody to come in. You've kind of combined that with the coffee talks.
Right.
So you're not losing out. I know you have to do it virtually. I know you're trying to keep everybody safe, but at least the message that you were getting out in the luncheons and the purpose for the coffee talks, you are covering both of those with the biweekly coffee talks. So I thought that was a pretty good thing that you guys are putting together.
We have a core group of people that come every time, and then different ones will pop in from time to time. It's especially for people who are still working remotely or maybe are going to be working remotely going forward. It's a nice way to say hello to other people. And it's always interesting to me that at least 2 people will connect, I swear, every time we have one, say, oh, you know what, we can work together on something. Yeah. Let's connect afterwards. So yes, it's nice to see that happening. We will be making very soon an announcement of our business person of the year. So stay tuned on that. I got a little research and some writing and some snooping to do on my writing of the press release. And then the last thing I want to mention, and I feel like I'm repeating myself, but then again, I run into people who have no idea and have never heard this. So I guess it just bears repeating. A lot of people will say, oh, the Greater Baldwinsville Chamber of Commerce. Well, okay, so you are a department within the village. No, we are not. We are a completely separate member-funded organization. We get no support from the village or either town or the county or the state or the federal government. So we don't get money from anybody but our members. And we have tried to be as understanding as we can with our members. Hey, everybody's going through financial crises. We are doing our best to keep our head above water as people are slower to pay their member dues, or we're not getting as many renewals or new members. So we do our best to run a very, very lean organization and still provide support services, not just to our members, but to the entire Greater Baldwinsville area. So it's my little plug for member dues.
Yeah, well, and it is true, because when you're trying to budget your books, and you think, where can you cut, where can you where can you save money, but you have to stop and think, what does the chamber do for you and your business? Is it, is the money there? And I know for me and people I talk to, it definitely is. I never know when my memberships are, when it's due, but I know that you're pretty good about just a nice, hey, this is, your membership's due. There's no pressure to pay. You don't do any of that. But at the same time, there's a lot of benefits to it, and referrals come in. People know more about your business because of it. And you also, I don't think you give enough credit for the amount of times that you just share, you ask people to do it, but you do it yourself. If Hard Home Community has a post, you will share it. If Fashion is having some type of a sale, you share it. If Green Ivy anybody that within the community. And you mentioned the members, but you're out there for people who are not members, because that's how you get a new membership as well, is to show them that you're there to support. So, again, I don't mean to say too much and raise you up too much, but I know for me as a business person starting out a few years ago, you guys were great for me, very supportive, a lot of information and good connections that I made through the organization. So.
But also, you get out of it what you put into it, and you have put a lot into your membership, attending things, connecting with other members. So, if someone's looking for a benefit the day they join, probably not going to happen, but it will down the road if they keep working at it. And if they engage, if they get to know other business owners, if they tap into the organizations that are in this village. I'm so pleased how many of our businesses team up with organizations, WT Brews and Rotary. And I'm going to draw a blank on anybody else, but there are partnerships there. And I think the businesses that do really well in this village are sometimes the ones that are the most generous with organizations.
Well, and a lot of it, like you said, didn't happen this year. Taste of Baldwinsville, you guys did a little flip on that, but that was, definitely something different. And that's people kind of working together independently this time. Whereas last year, if you really saw the collaboration between Pizza Man and Angry Garlic and other businesses, it was just, it was amazing. It was such an uplifting way to end the summer here in our village, in Greater Baldwinsville. And I'm hoping, like most people, that that's going to come back again next year.
Yes.
I'm so hoping for the big chill, MaryAnne. I don't know why, because I jump in that stupid river every year. I should be able.
Well, we're going to be talking about Big Chill soon, and yeah, we've got to figure that one out.
So, well, I appreciate the information. I'm glad that you had reached out to me to give an update, because people really they don't always know what's going on behind the scenes with the chamber. So we did talk about maybe the third Monday of every month, just kind of coming on and giving an update. So.
And it might be me, it might be our board president, Matt Hunt, it might be one of the other board members. We'll just see.
Okay, perfect. So,
but thank you for giving us a time that we can come and talk about what we're doing and what our members are doing.
Well, Of course, awesome, and thanks for sharing. So I'm sure I'll see you out in the village doing something, MaryAnne. Talk to you
Oh,
later.
yes.
Bye.
Bye-bye.